Glaggle Production.
Welcome to Glaggle Productions. I'm your host Dave with our two guests Wayne and Jinx. This is the first episode of Glaggle Productions, and it's essentially a weekly podcast where I come up with game topics and me and my guests for that week discuss our thoughts on them. It can be video games, card games, board games, you name it. This week we'll be discussing our favorite video game. Right now I'd probably say my favorite video game is Frambo, but Jinx, what's your favorite video game?
My favorite video game right now is Red Dead Redemption 2.
How about you, Wayne?
My favorite video game is probably Valhalla Cyberpunk Bartending Action.
I've actually never heard of this game, but is there a reason why it's your favorite?
Valhalla is probably my favorite game simply because it kind of like got me into the reason that I want to do bartending as a career. It just has a really interesting environment, whatnot, and it shows a bunch of examples of what bartending is like for some people, getting into, like certain scenarios and talking to people and socializing and, making drinks and whatnot. It has a lot of moments in it that are somewhat deeply personal to me because I've also shared those experiences, like in my life as well, as along with the main character. And
Right.
yeah, I mean, it's just kind of I played it when I was like in middle school, and it
Yeah.
just kind of like kept along with me. But yeah.
So Jinx, is there a reason why Red Dead 2 is your favorite video game?
I like cowboys. I think they're pretty cool. Red Dead Redemption 2 is a very large game that you can pretty much just get lost in for hours. It has such a really nice and intricate story with many twists and turns. It's kind of like a movie in some aspects with the storytelling and how it plays out. I also like the free roam aspect of it where I can just go anywhere and basically just do anything. I've been playing it since it came out in 2019, not 2019, 2018.
Has that already been out that long?
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, would you say it's hard to 100% the game?
Well, yeah, you kind of have to do everything. It's really hard in a game where there's just so much to do.
Is there anything you would change about Red Dead 2?
Some of the graphics feel a bit dated, and the online mode hasn't been updated in like a couple years. And I don't know, the Rockstar, the game publisher, kind of just fell flat on fully, fleshing out the game at post-release.
Is there anything that you change about your favorite game, Wayne?
Yeah, there's some moments in the story where things are kind of just at a moment thrown at you instead of like carried into. Like, I mean, like reasonably big moments as well. It doesn't very like do it well like either. I would have much preferred if it was just like this progressively happens and you slowly learn about it because you aren't really teased on this thing. It just kind of here it is and here's how it happens. And then on
Right.
top of that, I kind of wish it had more of a. Again, it's more so like a reading game, like it's a
Yeah.
visual novel. You're just reading through it, but I wish it still had a bit more of an interesting like gameplay-esque mechanic. Maybe adding more drinks or whatnot, or maybe adding new ways to make drinks and so forth. But yeah, that's what I would do.
For Frambo, I mean, like, I genuinely love, like, everything about the game, so it's kind of hard to, like, pick out something that I would want to change about it, but, I guess I would change, like, I'd probably make the game longer, just because, like, it gives you more play time, because the game is, like, relatively short if you just sit there and play through it, and you would get more attached to newer characters that you're introduced to, because there's a lot of sad moments that happen, and I think if you got, like, more time to know those characters, you could share the same emotions as the character you're playing, and maybe people would feel more attached to the game. I mean, I'm already really attached, but that's just probably what I'd change. So yeah, thank you so much, Wayne and Jinx, for joining me today.
Yeah, of course.
And thank you everyone for listening. I post new episodes every Monday at Glaggle Productions here on YouTube. And if you have any future episode ideas or want a chance to be in a future episode, then you can go to Glaggle Reddit by hitting the link in the description. Again, thank you to my guests and everybody listening at home or wherever you may be listening from. I'll hopefully see you guys next week.